Our company, Crown Perth, we've been involved with Vinnies for quite a long time, and I guess when the CEO Sleep Out started 5 years ago, they asked me to get involved, and I did. It's very easy for someone corporately just to write a cheque, but actually go out and raise funds and do the sleep out, and actually get involved and hear the stories of the people who are doing it very, very tough. It just gives you a very different perspective on life. I'm very familiar with the Vinnies programs. I haven't been to the village here, so this is my first time out here. Just talk to a few of the blokes out here and just hear their stories, and hopefully, we know where our money's going. I guess there's no typical resident, but how do these guys operate? How do you see it running?
The village is open to males from the age of 18 and to whatever age, and most of the guys that come through the village and need this level of support have experienced some sort of trauma in their lives, either in childhood or later in life, and are dealing with a chronic persistent mental health issue on top of that. And some of the guys have never had an opportunity like Vincentcare actually provide here, and so to see the transformation once the opportunity is given to people and the support that's needed is invested in those guys, the difference, the transformation is quite extraordinary sometimes.
I guess they're feeling a bit of love for the first time for a long time for some of these guys.
And support and consistency, and that someone actually cares, and that's what we're about here, we care.
The obvious question is, this doesn't come for free. You've got to pay for it. No, I think you mentioned before, it's about $1 million a year just to run the facility out here.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and the funding that we receive through the Mental Health Commission supports the basic service, the service that we provide. But what we want to do is go that extra bit and provide a quality service. Yeah. The extra dollars that come in through the fundraising that goes on allow us to go do the extra stuff. The cherry on top.
Everyone's got a story. You want to tell us yours?
Well, I come from Melbourne, and I had done an apprenticeship there and done some subcontracting, and I got a bit mentally ill because I was getting worn out and that, and I couldn't get a job after that because I had a psychiatric background. I used to walk to a drop-in centre 2 suburbs across. I got into a bit of a marijuana problem with some of the people I was hanging around with, and that also made me a bit ill, and I ended up in hospital again, and they said we got the perfect place for you, and
how did he actually get into a situation where you're out here?
Well, about 9 years ago, my wife put me into a home for a couple of months. She couldn't put up with me because of mood swings.
Yep. It's been a fairly hard journey.
Yeah.
So you feel better within yourself now that you got Vinnies to help you out.
Yeah.
This place has been good to be at. There's people to talk to. We do activities. We're all one big family.
Very different environment, it really is, and just actually talking to some of the blokes here, it's you hear their stories, it's quite remarkable. It makes me feel good that we can actually, our money and our efforts actually going somewhere to a place like this. I think it makes a big difference. But it was really good. It was a real eye-opener, it really was. I've always been a big believer in Vinnies and what they do, and I've always been a big believer in people like myself and people who are privileged. We're very well off. We're doing it easy. We've got to give a bit back, and I think this just gives me more of an incentive to actually go out and harass my friends for a bit more money.